Despite its status as a bustling tourist hotspot, the reality couldn't be more different for older people in York. Away from the high streets and bars, older residents are growingly falling into poverty, a problem that's been made worse by the decision last year to cut universal winter fuel payments to older residents.
Got a particular issue with the cost of living here in York. There's no doubt about it, but it's across the country as well. I think because of the housing costs in the city, that has just put such an escalation on people's day-to-day living costs. So, of course, we need to focus on ensuring people have got that support, that infrastructure to be able to help people get by. But, of course, government needs to look across the whole country and ensure that our whole country is resilient to the challenges people face today. And I think the fact that government did cut the winter fuel payments, that particularly impacted the older people in our communities. Many, they're not getting the winter fuel payments, but also we know that the changes proposed around the DWP for disabled people is going to have a significant impact. Over 5,000 people depend on that support daily currently in York. I do believe that Labour has got a special duty, a special responsibility to people who do live their lives in poverty, whether that's the old and vulnerable, whether it is people in our communities who simply cannot afford to live. And the Labour Party was created to give those people a hand up and to ensure that people had work that paid and also that safety net of the welfare state. And therefore it's so important that Labour continue with that tradition and ensure people can afford to live in this day and age. It's really important no one suffers in silence. There are amazing charities and organisations across York who can help. We've got the Council and Housing Support Fund, but of course your MP as well. And I'm here to stand by people and to speak for them and to fight for them. And quite frankly, if people are going to be pushed further into poverty, I believe deep in Labour's values is around advocating and speaking up for people, and I certainly will be doing that.
Cuts by national government were quickly followed by cuts on a local level as York City Council ended funding for social clubs for older people. The council said they made the change to streamline services and avoid duplication. Regardless, the gap left behind has been filled by community groups and charities, often at cost to themselves.
And the carers. 3 nights a week we have youth club, and then we have the community cafe on a Wednesday. Started off doing a small food bank in COVID times, and that has just escalated and grown. As an additional fair share offer, which we call our community pantry. So our team of volunteers and staff collect the food donations every week so that we've got a good supply of free food. The items that we offer are reduced at 70% off shop prices. So 8 food banks in the city. Yeah. It's been really busy because we do work closely together to support each other's food banks, and there's a constant stream of people that are in economic poverty and fuel poverty. It seems to be the numbers are rising. Looking at our statistics, we seem to be increasing numbers.
In all the conversations that we've had with older residents here in York over the last few weeks, one theme has persisted. It's that pensioners feel invisible, that their voice is not considered when decisions are made that affect them.
I suppose from the government's point of view, they feel that the over 65s in the main don't support the government, so why should they support them, kind of thing. That's the way it feels. It's a kind of tit for tat thing. We know you don't, as a whole, as a body, vote for us, so we'll take it away from you. There's a kind of anonymity developed around pensioners. They're just not listened to. And it's the same feeling I've got whenever I apply for a full-time job. I feel I'm not being listened to. I feel I've been written off already because of my age. So I would invite the people that do that practice ageism, to consider how they're going to feel when they're in our shoes, which believe me, comes a lot sooner than you think.